Hey guys, how's it going? And thanks for coming. I'm Nick, and this is Real Life Money, where we talk about real life and money, because you know schools aren't, so let's get started. So last video that I did for you guys, a lot of people liked it. I enjoyed doing it. It was about the stocks that I had in my personal portfolio. I put a lot of information out there, so if you guys are interested, I'll definitely leave a link in the description to check it out if you're looking into like which stocks you want to get involved with. So I thought I'd do something similar in this video, which is going over the brokerage accounts that I use. So this is kind of more for the newer investors, beginning people in the stock market, kind of deciding like where should you go? Should you go for like investing apps? Should you go for online brokerages and stuff like that? So I'm going over my experiences, the things that I have to share with you. So writing down all of these, I realized I actually have a bunch of money everywhere. There's a total of 6 brokerages that I actually use. And I'm going to just go over why I have them. Some of them are with like 401ks. But I'm going to start out with my newest one with the smallest amount of money is Robinhood. So Robinhood is the new hot thing, guys. It's an investing app that you could buy, you could sell stocks on. They're started with options, and they actually just started up an actual website. So normally you would just go on your phone and you could trade through your phone, which is pretty awesome. But now it has a website, which I personally like just because, I don't know, I'm a website guy. So this is where I have the least amount of my money in. I just started with them maybe a few months ago. It's going very well. It's very smooth. But why I like it and why a lot of other people like it is because there are no commission fees. There's no like fees to trade. So normally other online brokerages, like we'll talk about, might be like $5, $7, $10 to buy a stock, and if you got to sell it, guess what? You got to pay that again. So Robinhood has none of that. Now I was actually thinking of making either a video or maybe like a series of videos showing you guys my personal Robinhood account. Just to show you how it's set up, how you could get involved with stocks, and just because it's kind of just like a side account for me. It's a different form of investing style that I use for my Robinhood. Like normally I'm like long term, like buy it and let it ride out no matter what happens. With Robinhood, since there are no commission fees, I'm trying to start swing trading, maybe like more short term within a year or so. But it's definitely good to get started off with. For you beginners out there, I would definitely suggest this platform of Robinhood just because it's very simple. There's no minimum balances or anything. You just need the money to actually buy the stock that you want to buy. But other than that, you don't have anything to worry about. So I wanted to let you guys know that there is a link down below. If you open up a Robinhood account through that link, it's my link, you will get a free share of stock. I will get a free share as well, so we both benefit here. But they say it could range from like a few dollars, and it might go up to, I forgot what they say, it might be like $200, $250. But the few stocks that I got was just like a few bucks. But I think it's pretty cool. You don't even have to invest anything yet. You could sign up, you just link your bank account, and you get a free stock. So I think it would be pretty cool just to get started with one stock, see how it goes. Alright, so that was the 6th brokerage that I used, but the 5th one, and the 4th one actually, I didn't personally choose just because they're 401k accounts. They were through my company, my job that I actually worked at, or work at now, and they use these guys. So it's not like they stood out to me, I used what they have. So the 5th one is T. Rowe Price. This is an old 401k that I have set up. I'm thinking if I should just leave it, if I should just roll it over to my new one. Not a huge deal, but I had no problems with T. Rowe Price. And that's along with all of these companies, guys. You have to realize, like, I remember talking to maybe friends, relatives, whatever, but it's not necessarily like a bank. It's like, oh, this person's giving a 0.5% on a savings account. What are they giving for a savings account? It's not like that, because everyone invests into the stock market. So they're basically all investing into the same exact spot, place, whatever. One place isn't necessarily better or worse than another online brokerage that you could use. So I would rather you guys focus on maybe like the minimum balance or like the fees involved to trade that. So that's really the only difference between these companies. So like I said, the fourth brokerage that I use is my current 401k is with John Hancock. Again, same thing with mutual funds. 401k just goes in there. I have no problems. It's just like an automatic thing. So those are quick ones just because I really didn't have a choice with that. But moving on to, what are we on? Number 3 online brokerage that I personally use. I started using this between maybe 1 to 2 years, maybe around 2 years now actually, is Fidelity. Now, I personally use Fidelity for their mutual funds. You could use them for stocks as well. I think they have like $5 trade to trade stocks, which is actually really low compared to a bunch of other ones. Of course, not as low as Robinhood because it's free. But Fidelity is great. They have a bunch of mutual funds out there, a bunch of long track records. A very old company, as well all of these kind of are besides Robinhood. So I'll give you a description of what I actually use them for. I have money coming out every single month of my, what does it come out of? My savings account, and it goes into Fidelity, into a mutual fund. I technically have 2 mutual funds in that. It's a growth mutual fund that has outperformed the market in its history, and just a simple index fund. So it just goes from my account into that every single month automatically. I don't look at it, and it just happens. So it's been growing over the last year or so, and it's going very well. Now, real quick with mutual funds, they're not technically fees to buy and sell it. What fees are involved are when you just hold the mutual fund. So it might be, let's say, like 0.4%. So whatever money you have in the mutual fund, you're paying 0.4% of that, of the money you have in there. Moving on to the cheapest company you could probably find, in a good way, by the way. Very old company. I would highly, highly, highly recommend it for especially retirement accounts. And that is my number 2 brokerage, is Vanguard. Now for Vanguard, I have a Roth IRA with them. It's another type of retirement account like my 401ks, but I invest on my own into Vanguard. So kind of same thing as Fidelity. It comes straight out of my savings into my Roth IRA account every single month automatically. I don't bother with it. Why many people out there, including myself, why we love Vanguard is because they're low fees. So normally their fees could be like 0.1%, even lower than that, where other mutual funds might be like 0.5. Some more expensive ones could be like around 1%. So Vanguard is great. If you're thinking of setting up a retirement account, a Roth IRA account, I would definitely recommend Vanguard just because they're so cheap in their fees and they have great funds there. Now, where most of my money is right now, guys, is, well, let me tell you what happened. So 5 years ago, or around 5 years ago, I started with a Scottrade account. I did some research, found out that it was a pretty good place. The trades were $7 per trade. And the minimum, I think back then, it might still be the same now, is $2,500. So it might be a little steep. You could try some other brokerages. But I just found that that was the cheapest one at that time. Again, Fidelity is a bit cheaper at $5, I believe. And Robinhood, again, free. So I was using Scottrade for years and years and years. No real problems trading, learning, losing money every now and then. But then they got bought out by another company and I lost all my money. No, I'm just kidding. That I would be so, oh my God, if I lost that money. But I didn't. Don't worry. It got bought out by TD Ameritrade. So technically, I used to have a Scottrade. Now I have an Ameritrade account. Same setup, $7 per share. I have stocks in there. Not mutual funds like in Fidelity or other retirement accounts, but this is where I trade most of my big players, like that previous video that I mentioned in the beginning of this video. So what you choose is really up to you. Of course, do your own research, what's best for you. They all kind of work the same, guys, honestly. The only real differences are like the fees and commissions and minimum balances, I guess, too. But other than that, they basically all invest in the same thing. So whatever you choose is still a good choice. Better than a savings account. So nothing too crazy, just wanted to let you guys know, especially for the beginners out there, like, oh, there's so many out there, what should you do? Really anything you do is fine. You know, like I said, I have Ameritrade. I'm actually going to start using Robinhood more often now just because of the free trades. So if that persuades you, go for it. You know, there's really nothing wrong with Robinhood. Again, link below to get your free stock. And that's about it, guys. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Real Life Money, where we talk about real life and money. I just started an Instagram account, so if you guys want to follow that as well, that would be great. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.